What's up, world? Reckless Yuki here, and I wanted to talk about my very first headset that I ever owned. And this won't really be, I guess, a really detailed review about all the features of this headset. And as you see on the screen, I don't actually have the headset to show you guys, and that's because I don't own this headset anymore. I've moved on to bigger, better, greater things. But I wanted to use this or kind of talk about my very first headset as a starting point to kind of give a baseline as far as like my experiences with headsets, so that when I talk about other headsets, it'll be more like I'm hoping to give you guys more of a broader range of an opinion, not just like having like this is my first headset and telling you that this is the greatest thing on earth, because it really isn't. When I first picked up this headset, I just went down to the local Best Buy and picked it up for like $150, which was a lot of money. And at the time, I was thinking like, oh, this is pretty ridiculous having to spend $150 on a gaming headset. And I also looked at the other things that they carried, and at the time, I think the XP500s were out, the highest edition of the Turtle Beaches. And I kind of looked at that packaging compared to the X41s, and I determined that the XP500s was just, way overpriced. Like, I thought that was retarded, and it's kind of like a gimmick type thing. And I felt the X41s was like, the smart choice. I felt really good when I walked out of the store with the X41s thinking like, I made the smart decision. They're not going to get me with their marketing gimmicks and whatnot. But this was also back then when before I knew anything really, like as far as like how serious the world of gaming has gotten. Now, like for me, I've been kind of away for a good portion of time, and I haven't really been able to keep up to date with anything in the gaming community. Like I guess like until like maybe the past years when I started getting into it, and from my days of just I guess like home gaming, not really worrying about anything, just like thinking a big screen TV and having the TV speakers were just the most I would ever need, and I thought that was like the ideal gaming setup.
Hey! Stop doing things and come play with me!
That was Homer. He apparently is telling me to play with him. I have this stupid game on my iPhone, and it interrupted me, but whatever. I'm not going to edit that out. Maybe you guys will get a laugh from it. I usually get a laugh from this, especially in public places when people give me odd looks. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. The X41s, I kind of lost my train of thought, but basically these headphones were phenomenal when I first bought them and put them on. I thought they were really great. Like the first time I ever was immersed in a video game, I could hear things, like especially when I started playing Skyrim. Like instead of having to like look overhead and try and figure out where the stupid dragon is, I could just hear him flying over my head, roaring, and I didn't have to spend like however long it took me just to like search the sky for him. I had like perfect like I just knew where it was, and then like any like creatures and stuff, I didn't have to like do this 360 to kind of look around my surroundings. I just knew where things were. So it was freaking awesome when I first got these headsets. And the things I really liked about this headset was that it was wireless, had the Dolby Digital surround sound, which was phenomenal. And also it had like the digital optical connection, so it had like really good sound because it used the Toslink cables. So all in all, like as far as the pros go of this product, it was just an awesome product, and I had no complaints until I started really kind of playing with it and starting to like notice the little things. Because like when you first get something new.
Hey! Stop doing things and come play with me!
All right, I'm turning this phone on silent. Sorry about that. But anyways, all the pros of this product were like really awesome, and when you first get something, you just listen to it, you play with it, and it's just like all the pros just seem to outweigh the cons. But after you start playing with it a while, you start to notice the little defects of it and kind of like the little annoyances, and that's what I started really noticing, because it's a 2.4 gigahertz frequency, and I lived in a small apartment with a lot of interferences within my apartment, and also I don't think the walls were kind of very thick, so others people's wireless signals that also ran at a 2.4 gigahertz frequency interfered with my headset a lot. Like as I started playing the game at nights when I guess a lot of people were at home and there was a lot of things going on, it just like really started to affect the way I heard a game. Like when I'm playing Call of Duty and I was trying to soundboard people with my headset, I would it was as if like the Rice Krispie treat gnomes were in my ears, like snap, crackle, and pop, because that's all I heard was just snap, crackle, and pops. And so it was just like the most annoying thing. So for the purpose of the headsets of trying to sound whore, these headsets turned out to be like really horrible. And then after a while, I also started noticing whenever I'm just sitting there and there's no sound going on, I noticed a lot of hissing and background noise of these headsets. So after about a good month or two of after I noticed these, I kind of determined that I was going to move on to greener pastures. And so I gave these headsets away to one of my friends who I knew was definitely not going to invest in a headset. But I gave them to him because he's been my friend for a very long time, and I figured he would enjoy them. And I think at this point I moved on to a Frankenstein headset that I got, which I'll kind of go over in a future video. Maybe tomorrow I might actually start going over the features or getting the filming together to do this. But in this video I just want to talk about my X41s and my thoughts on it. And so all in all, it was a really great headset. I can't really complain too much. I mean, it was freaking expensive, $150 for this headset, and I would say that if you guys have this headset and you're looking to upgrade, and you're listening to those snap, crackles, and pops, don't upgrade to something that's still a 2.4 gigahertz frequency. Make sure if you do upgrade to at least a 5 gigahertz frequency, because that's what I did. And that's what my current setup is a 5.8 frequency from Astro. It's wireless. Not as wireless as the X41s were, but they were pretty decent enough where it wasn't hindering me too greatly. And I say like for an extra $50, like don't try and buy a complete headset set, I guess. My recommendation would just be buy a mix amp from Astro, or buy one of those, I guess, DSS kind of transmitters from Turtle Beach, and then just go out and buy yourself a studio quality headset yourself, and the sound quality will be so much better than a complete headset, I feel. And if you guys have the X41s and you're looking at upgrading, like if you want a fully wireless system, if you feel that you need wireless, then yes, I would say you should upgrade to something else. Make sure it's the 5 gigahertz. But if you find yourself sitting at a desk a lot and you're like playing there, like maybe in front of a really small TV or a gaming monitor, then I don't think you would necessarily need to upgrade. I would just say ditch the wireless crappy headphones that it comes with, and just plug in a set of stereo headphones, because that Dolby Digital Surround will transmit over the wire that you plug in the front, and you'll have a phenomenal sound. I think the sound will greatly improve. You'll see it will greatly improve if you just buy a set of stereo headphones. And yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts on the X41s. I can't really go over anything else, and I can't really show you guys anything. So that's gonna do it for me as far as my ramblings. And I might just go and start seeing what Homer wants of me on my iPhone. So hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. I mean, it's not a very epic gameplay, and I decided to post this because I was reviewing a not a very epic headset, so I think it matched pretty well. And if you're a diehard fan of the X41s, you think they're the greatest thing on the world, or greatest thing in the world, then I would say that there are better things out there, and I would highly recommend an upgrade. And kind of just like maybe upgrade to the ways I suggest. Like if you want, just do the stereo headphones. If not, upgrade to a brand new unit. And just kind of keep looking at my videos, because I'll be going over a couple other headsets that I've tried and also that I currently own. And well, I guess that's the end of the gameplay. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and have a pleasant day.